Jupe for some jupe, that's exchanging truth for truth. Probably soup, that's the way that we be moving, yeah. Pack, that's infusion, pack the whole room up, yeah. Passive inclusion, we got active recruiting, yeah. That's the whole moment, we pack incongruence, yeah. Bags feeling fat, I'll be mad if I lose it, yeah. I won't ever let them take this, you got fucked like I LASIK, yeah. I see straight, yeah, hop on spaces, we get crazy, yeah. Screen J for J, straight from the town hall to the stages, yeah. Big old playlist, just 6 months and now it's ageless, yeah. Appreciation, it's the motto, it's the way, yeah. Conversations and alignment and Jason's, yeah. Compilations of the dog and the amazements, yeah. Juke the nation, we united, we the greatest, yeah. Juke, 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 juke. Juke, 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 juke. Juke for some juke, that's exchanging truth for truth. Soup, partly soup, that's the way that we be moving, yeah. Juke, 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 juke. Juke, 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 juke. Juke for some juke, that's exchanging truth for truth. Soup, partly soup, that's the way that we be moving, yeah. Take this, you got fucked like I LASIK, yeah. I see straight, yeah, hop on spaces, we get crazy, yeah. Screen J for J, straight from the town hall to the stages, yeah. Big old playlist, just 6 months and now it's ageless, yeah. Appreciation, it's the motto, it's the way, yeah. Conversations and alignment and Jason's, yeah. Compilations of the dogs and the amazements, yeah. Juke the nation, we united, we the greatest, yeah. Juke, 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 juke. Juke, 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 juke. Juke for some juke, that's exchanging truth for truth. Soup, partly soup, that's the way that we be moving, yeah. Juke, 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 juke. Juke, 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 juke. Juke for some juke, that's exchanging truth for truth. Soup, partly soup, that's the way that we be moving, yeah.
Let's go! We are here live and direct with the JUP Rally in person, live from Singapore. We're talking to you all over the globe, and we could not be more hyped. One, because it's the JUP Rally. But
Rally!
Let me tell you the real.
Go.
Can I tell you the real reason I'm so hyped tonight?
Meow.
Can I tell you the real reason?
What's
Because,
up?
bitch, we got 2 cameras. And if you thought that was enough, let me tell you something, bitch. We got 3 cameras today, actually. We are all the way
And you know what? We
in.
have a new and you have a new handshake.
Oh, wait, it's
Yeah, let's do it.
This is the kind
Nailed
of
it.
stuff that we do during the days.
Nailed
as we
it, nailed
prepare
it.
for the
Jup is
JUP
home, let's
Rally.
go.
JUP is home. Drop a little JM in the chat if you are with us right now.
I have to admit, man, I hate saying this. I fucking hate saying this, okay?
Okay.
The last JUP Rally was so hard without you.
Oh, my whole heart. Drop a little W in the chat for Meow doing her JUP Rally.
Comments. Let's see comments, yeah.
Where are the comments? This is the key. 260 of them already. My goodness. Oh, there they are. 2:30 a.m. in Australia, says Loki. Cannot miss this. That's a fact. The professional looking setup. Nothing but the best for the JUP Rally. That is a fact. Look at all the W's. They loved it.
Boy, it's a boomer handshake.
Meow is actually 64 years old, for anyone who does not know
taste,
that.
by the way. There's no taste. Yeah, there's no taste.
All right. We got a bunch of stuff going off. I see that we got OG, the general in the chat, Godly, Corinthians, Hanko, my
Shaman
boys.
is there too. Hanko is there. Why
Simon,
everyone's
we
here?
got
Let's
every-
go.
Opax. Oh my God, the hype is too real. Everyone that we love is in this chat right now.
So great, so great.
We're going to have a bunch of good stuff coming for you very soon. I'll tell you what, should we just jump right into this this official Jupiter Rally?
Let's go.
It is November 8th, and we are ready to roll. As I figure out how we're ready to roll, let's get the vibes right with the official C.A.T theme song.
Let's
And
go.
we're going to stay on camera this time and maybe jiggle a little around a little bit. I don't know. Get ready to rumble. What's your meeting, Hasty? You're in the Jupe Rally now, maybe. Meow. Meow.
This was amazing. That's amazing. I can't stand out anyway.
Music they play in the GTA 3 club.
What do you know? We are in the GTA 3 club.
Little known fact. Wait till you see the studio at the New Jupiter offices. Anyway, that's a little bit of an inside inappropriate joke. But we are here with the JUP Rally. If you don't already know, my name is Cash Donda. I lead the Uplink working group, which is the group that puts on these calls, along with the Twitter page, the YouTube page, content from all around the best creators in the space. And then you probably know this guy over here as well. Meow. That's all you really need to know, folks. That's all you really need to know. Cash Meow, always on top. Well, with the JUP Rally, we're all on top, my guy.
And it's amazing because this is actually my favorite song ever. Yeah.
It's a good one.
It's crazy. Yeah.
It is a good one. JUP Rally, an important 3 new cameras. That's right. I'm going to be doing way too much of that. You will be sick of it by the end of it, I assure you. All right. For anyone who does not know how these JUP Rallies work, how would you describe the difference between a JUP Rally and a normal planetary call?
A planetary call is more focused, right? There's more focus. It's more it's more broad. Sorry, it's more broad. They cover a lot more things, cover more wins, cover product.
More like news oriented.
Yeah, also right? Product, news, partners. Like it showcases a bunch of things in the thing, right? JUP Rally is different. JUP Rally is where we talk about the community, like we talk about we talk about things that matter to the community, right? It's a very focused conversation, right? On things that matter to the community.
That's right.
Yeah, that's it.
I think there's also an element of like
when we feel like there's something that we need to talk about, right? In this case, JUP the token, right?
That's right.
Jupiary, right? And the announcement, right? We think that when there's something that we think that the community needs to know about, right, and talk about, right? So normally what happens is that we talk a lot about like things. We think a lot about things. I read the forums. So in the forums, I love you, right? I read the Reddit, I read the Twitter, right? And I actually I look in the Discord now and then, right? And I read things, right? And here's a little known fact: whenever you tag me on Discord, I read it.
Let me tell you, I've been around Meow enough to know that every single notification, his phone goes right up.
Yeah,
you can see it's on the table right here, waiting for more notifications.
Yeah, but here's the thing. So I think I consume a lot of things, right? And the team cares deeply, right? Shuju cares deeply, Sean cares deeply. You know what I'm saying? Josh cares deeply, right? And I feel like so it's more like okay. And whenever we have enough of these like things that come up, we talk about it. That's JUP Rally.
That's JUP Rally. Rally the community together. Glad to see Meow's back from his sunbathing sabbatical, as you can tell by all this color that he's got in his skin. And indeed, what we're going to do today is talk about some of the most important topics for the community itself, realign on some of the foundational kind of beliefs of the community and the things that kind of drive us together. And maybe, just maybe, we're going to have a special announcement at the very end.
Reddit is great, by the way. I think so. Big shout out and stuff. I think the community has done, like OPEX has done such a good job rallying and also there's also a new Jupiter Reddit Twitter, right? It's great as well.
Yeah.
Right. And anyway, it's just popping. I think it's great. Yeah. I mean, things take time, Yeah.
A lot of good stuff happening all around. There are too many things that are happening. So, if for anyone who does not know, we've mentioned the Jupiverse a little bit here. That's really what this call is also going to be about as we dive deeper into not just Jupiter, the platform, where we're trying to aggregate everything, JUP, the token, which is aligning everything, and the J.U.P, which is the community that is here to grow everything. And a little spoiler alert, we're going to be talking a lot about growth today. Here is the agenda for what we're going to go through.
I love that, by the way. That's a really good summary, by the way. Thank you, Josh. Thank you. He did that, by the way.
The team, everybody. It's a team effort. Shout out to everybody in the Uplink I'm going to do this now. We'll do this 20 times per call. The Reddit family right here. Drop a little W in the chat if you're coming to us from Reddit. I would love to see some new folks coming through over there. All right.
Loki.
The best thing about doing the JUP Rally in person is that we can talk over each other.
Loki has the best tweets, by the way. Loki has the best tweets. I read his tweets and get so happy.
I actually had it. We were going to showcase one of Loki's tweets where he talked about, unfortunately, got a little liquidated, was down 90%, but just the community stood by him. So shout out to Loki and everybody else that stood by him at that time. Today, what are we going to be talking about? We're going to be talking about what JUP stands for. This is critical kind of mental programming to get us aligned on what exactly we are trying to do here as a community. Then we're going to talk about the Jupiverse Ethos. These are the kind of key principles, the key ideas that drive us all forward, that allow us to know, what makes somebody a right fit for the community or not a right fit. Not everyone has to agree with the Jupiverse Ethos, but if you don't, you're probably not going to fit in great with what we're trying to do. Then
I feel like that's such an important point. I feel like the reason why we talk about what JUP stands for and the Jupiverse Ethos and everything, right? And the reason why I spend so much fucking time doing these things, right? Is because I feel like, we're in crypto, right? Done, right? And in crypto, the wonderful thing about crypto, and also the scary thing about crypto, right, is that you have unlimited ways to do things, right?
Yeah.
And you can choose your own adventure.
Yeah.
Right? Crypto is an extremely choose your own adventure thing, right?
It's a jungle gym, not a ladder.
And I feel like what we do here, right, is that we want to be very clear about what adventure we are. Right, and what kind of things that we stand for, right?
That's right.
And we stand by what we do, right? And we try to be very consistent, right, about how we do things, about how we present things, how we talk things, how we communicate things, right? So I feel like that's actually why, like, and you're right, the what I say is very important, right? It's like JUP is not for everyone, okay?
Yeah.
How we think about JUP, how we think about the product, how we think about the token, how we think about the community is not for everyone,
Correct.
right? And so what I want to do here is that we wanna be like define JUP very clearly.
Plant a flag to say, like, hey, if this describes you, if these are the types of values that you share, then you are going to find a home in the Jupiverse.
Yeah, if you think that's the way crypto is, right? If you think that the way we talk about things and we think about stuff is where you want crypto to go.
That's right.
And by the way, you can always be. It's like you can many adventures, right?
Yeah,
makes sense, right? You don't have to always have one adventure, but this is your adventure with us.
Yeah, makes sense. There's going to be a lot of gems dropped over the course of the call, and for the sake of the clips afterwards, can you take this phone down and maybe drop the coffee off screen?
No, I like my coffee. Yeah.
But the clips, I'm just thinking about Clouds and Molu and all my homies out there. They're just going to be
let's go.
They're going to use AI to get rid of it.
It's
anyway,
fine. Let's go. Yeah.
After we go through this kind of critical mental programming, we're going to talk about two topics. Well, one that I know a lot of you are interested in. I can tell just by the chat already so far. And that is the Jupuary 2025. This is early thoughts here, folks. But in the spirit of the JUP Rally and in the spirit of Jupiter in general, communication is key.
Someone said when long essays. I really want to get back to them. I really want to get back to long essays. There's something about long essays that really, really touch my heart, right? Yeah. I need to get back to it.
Yeah. That we agree. In lieu of that, right now, we're going to be talking through how Jupuary 2025 might come together. These are early thoughts, subject to community feedback, and obviously it will be up for a vote in just a little while. So stick around for all the details there. We need to know what you think about it. And then at the very end of the call, we have I put 3 varies on the slide today. Hold on. I put 3 varies on the slide today because what? Oh, you want your own camera? Here you go.
No, it's fine.
Okay. We put 3 varies on the slide today because it is indeed a very special announcement specifically for the people watching this call. I think it's going to be I sense it's been more than a minute without me flexing the 3 cameras. There's going to be a very special announcement that you are definitely going to want to stick around for. If you have to go to a meeting or something, make sure you come back because this is a very fun one. It's something for the community, powered by the community, and you're not going to want to miss it. I'll tell you that right now. So with that said,
can we have equal size camera and
equal size and camera in this? We can do, let's see what we can do. As we do this live, as always, we can do, I think we can make it bigger or smaller. We don't have equal size right now.
It's fine. Then the previous one.
You want to do like this one or this one?
No, fine.
Okay, cool. We can switch it up as we go through. Says Zaid, and he's right. That is how we're all kind of feeling right now. So let's start off with what JUP stands for. In here are a few ideas that I think are critical to what JUP is all about. Let's just start with the first one here. JUP stands for growth. Now, talk a little bit about what this means. What kind of growth are we talking for? Growth for who? Growth of what?
I mean, Jupiter started with a very simple thing, right? We started by growing Solana. Seriously, right? I think Jupiter really started by saying, how do we build the best product possible? How do we really focus on reviving the community?
Yep.
How do we focus on being the best face for Solana ever, right? So I think it stands for growing Solana, right? And it also stands for growing, and as we go along, and stuff, it stands for growing crypto, right? I think because we do actually believe that, I mean, we're definitely headed down to a world where crypto is going to be like either top of mind or bottom of the pipes, right? For everyone in the world.
Right.
And there's going to be a million chains, a billion people on chain, and also a trillion tokens, right?
Ooh.
So the question is that how do we grow crypto in a way that it really has a positive impact, right? How do we power that growth, right? Just like how we were part of the Solana growth.
Right.
Right. Can we power the crypto growth? Right? Does that make sense?
Increase the entire amount for everything.
Yeah, for sure, right? Now, and similarly, right? Like culture. Can we grow a certain culture we want? Because guys, okay, here's the funny thing, right? We always talk about accelerate, right?
Yeah.
But accelerate towards what? Right? Think about it, guys. Think about it. It's actually a very important point, right? We talk about accelerate, we talk about decentralizing everything, but towards what end, right? Do we decelerate and decentralize towards a PvP? I kill each other. It's all about, but it doesn't make sense.
That's like accelerating a car into a brick wall.
Yeah, precisely. I mean, you can accelerate towards a cliff, right?
Yeah.
I feel like if we don't have the right ethos and the right way to think about the world and how we want to be and how we want decentralized technology to be, how we want the American culture to be, right? Then what happens? We accelerate towards a cliff, right? So I think for me it's about growing. Right? So anyway, in summary, I think we started by growing Solana. I think and we want to grow, and then we want to be part of we want to grow crypto, right? But fundamentally, right? I think we want to grow the culture we want, and that's why talking about PPP, right? Like transparency, C.A.T, right, and constant communication, all this and also that's so important. You know what I'm saying? What do you think, bro?
I think it's critical. I think that when you look, where does growth really come from, right? Obviously, it comes from having products that create real value for real people in the real world. Obviously, it comes from being able to align people to move in the right direction. But I think fundamentally, what has powered JUP's growth so far and what will be the foundation of JUP's growth going forward is this combination of energy and ideas. I think it's those two kind of key components. You need the energy of the community, which you can look at the chat right now. Give me a little W if you're feeling energized by this talk right now in this JUP rally. This passion of people who actually want to change the world for the better on the one hand, but critically, you need the right ideas, as we say, right? The ideas are really the kind of guiding force to make sure that you can push things in the right direction, because not all growth is good growth, right? That is the kind of important piece to understand here. Yeah, the W's are flowing and we need to be showing those even faster. When you put energy together with high caliber ideas, that's where the growth really gets unlocked. And so there's clear ideas on what Solana should be like. It should be easy to use. It should have a seamless UX. It should have things like auto mode that take away and abstract complexity away from everyday users. You think about what crypto should have. What are the kind of the ideas that we need to have there? Well, we need to be connecting more people. We need to be providing liquidity everywhere so that anything can flourish. We need to be bringing more assets on chain and build this giant universal market in order to really change the face of finance. And then you think about culture, and I think the key idea there is really PPP, along with a few others that we'll talk about in a bit. And you put energy behind each of those, I think that's where the real growth comes. And so that's what I love to see across Jupiter is this level of growth.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah,
let's go. So that's the first thing that Jupiter stands for, as I kind of sneak under to make sure my mouse is in the right place. The second thing that JUP stands for is experimentation. Now, this is a word that we say all the time on the planetary calls and in the JUP rallies. Talk about a little bit about experimentation and how that's been critical so far to what JUP is.
I think experimentation is key to our culture, right? I think we experiment a lot of things. I think we have at the community side, with ASR, we have ASR, we have the decentralized work groups.
Yep.
We're going to run a pretty big DAO experiment, probably the biggest,
one of the biggest ever.
Yeah.
Yes.
One of the biggest DAO experiment. I mean, Jupiverse Ethos also experiment, right? To go with and stuff, and then we are definitely in the coming year, you're going to see a lot of platform experiments. Yeah. I intend to really push a ton of experiments. Yeah.
I think for me, you think about where does growth come from? It also comes from like you have to experiment your way towards greatness. There are some teams or some protocols. There's an essay that I love called the Done Manifesto. And really what it talks about is how like the perfect is the enemy of the done. In order to get things done and actually start to move things forward, you have to take little bets and experiment in public fearlessly. Now, this comes at a cost, right? Because when you're experimenting, things don't always work. And we've seen that at times, you know, with Jupiter things, there are experiments that we've run. Not everything has worked right away. Some things have taken a little while to get there. But if you have the kind of courage to try this experimentation, to push boundaries in new ways, I think you get things like the decentralized work groups, which are now being copied by many other DAOs and communities out there. Touching Grass says, never be afraid of experimenting. Always be learning is another way to put this, right? ABL, always be learning. You're not the only one that can come up with an acronym over here. And I think that experiment, like if you are a fan of growth and if you are a fan of experimentation, then that is really what JUP stands for.
Mm-hmm.
How do you deal with it when experiments go awry? Because I mean, everyone wants to talk about experimenting and so on, but people only really want to put out perfect things into the world.
I feel like the thing here is that it's actually very important to, before you experiment, I think you have to have the very clear expectation that you might not win. You know, it might not always be good, right? You know, you might fail, right?
Yeah.
But I had a really really important thing earlier. Actually, it was like I think my set is this. I think my set is this, right? You can't control when you fail, right? Like, but failing is only like failing is not failing. Failing is losing. Failing is only losing if you don't get up. Right, so you can't always control when you fail, but you can always control if you lose. You know what I'm saying? So for us, I think that's the main thing. Yeah,
yeah. It's only really a failure if you give up or don't learn something. I think at the bottom of the day. So JUP stands for growth. JUP stands for experimentation. OG says collect lessons, not L's. That's a nice little line as well. The community out here at JUP, they've got some bangers, man. Failing is when you stop trying, says Miria. What are other folks saying? Failure is the foundation upon which success can be built, says Katoshi. Also a fact. Most experiments can end up failing, but we always learn something in the end. That is the right way to go. Scarlett says experimenting is twice as valuable when done as a community with everyone involved.
Oh, that's so true. No, that's huge one. Huge
Scarlett,
one. Thank you.
As usual, Scarlett, fucking crushing it.
I love you. Thank you so much. No, guys, this is actually a very big point, right? It's about experimentation as a community, right? It's like, guys, this is so great, by the way. I think it's so great. No, great. Thank you, Scarlett. Thank you so much. Thank you. I think it's actually really important because we really want to actually experiment together, right? You know what I'm saying? Right? It's so much more fun to experiment together. I think
what you get is this kind of compound learning curve, right? Where like if you're learning by yourself, it ends up you learn one thing, you learn two things. But if we're able to learn collectively, and this is where the building in public and working in public becomes so essential, right? And being transparent about the things that are happening.
I mean, one of the things actually I really find really super interesting, right? Is the DAO voting, right?
Yeah.
It's like whenever DAO vote happens, that I think that it's actually really amazing because like everyone says something. Right, that when a Jupiter vote happens, stuff everyone's so controversial, right? Everyone on Twitter has something to say, right? Right, and it's actually pretty cool in the sense that and then everyone debates, everyone learns. I learn a lot too, right, guys? For example, right, I may not talk about later on, but one of the big reasons, right, why we do the Jupiary as a vote this year, right, is that when you have to present an idea to the community, right, you are bound to actually learn way more, right? And everyone learns way more. And it's actually so important, right? And then same thing at decentralized work groups, right? Now, it will be one thing to say to keep the for example, we allocated a big sum of capital, right? For the community, right? Now, it would be very, very easy for us to keep that in-house and just hire people, right?
Right.
But guys, if we had the work groups, if we had higher teams of work group stuff, of the say higher media team or whatever, would we learn together?
Answer is no.
No, we wouldn't. Would you guys think about it? Would the community think about it? Would the community vote for people? Would they learn about who's behind the thing? They wouldn't. You see what I'm saying? That's amazing, right? We're literally experimenting on the future of work together, guys.
Yeah.
Seriously, so great. So we're focusing on the decentralized. We're experimenting. We're do together, right?
Yeah.
We're experimenting the future of decentralized work. We're sending a decentralized community. We're going to decentralize money, right? So great. Yeah, seriously.
I think if you want to treat learning as a multiplayer game, then experimenting in the JUP community is the best way to do it.
Oh yeah, for example, if you want to get tested in the arena of fire than try to work group.
That's right. That is right. Ace Data said, did I just hear Jupuary as a vote this year? Stay tuned. Give us about, 15 minutes, possibly an hour and a half. I don't know what these calls. Sometimes they can go a bit long. And we will be talking very explicitly about some early thoughts on what Jupuary is going to be. So don't worry. We're going to get to that in just a little bit. So what does JUP stand for? It stands for growth. What does JUP stand for? It stands for experimentation. And the final piece here of the pie is JUP stands for change. What kind of change does JUP stand for, Meow?
I feel like this is actually crucial for us, right?
I'm gonna have to put you on your own camera here.
I feel like JUP stands. I feel like there are a lot of things. Okay, hey guys, it's actually funny because I feel like the way we go about the whole thing, right? That we go like, hey, what are some things that we think are prevailing things, right? In the in the broader crypto or the world culture, right? They want to change. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Right. So for them, we go like, okay, like for example, I think one of the things that actually very prevalent is the PvP culture, right?
Yeah.
Whereby I think whereby we have this thing where like the default mindset of someone that comes to crypto is that, okay, I'm here to get dumped on, I'm to dump others, right? Yeah. And versus like, hey, let's grow something together. Let's grow a garden together, right? By the way, guys, I'm not against what other people do, right? It's part of the game. But all I'm saying is that what I want to do. Right, what I think we want to do, right? I think for us, I think we have a really PPP team. Yeah, I'm not joking, right? It's an extremely PPP team, right? Like we care for each other, we love each other, and then we really operate in a way that I want to win, right? And same thing, right? It's like we want the community to win, right? We want the community to want each other to win, right? And then that we don't want a situation whereby like we set up a situation whereby like one group of the users or one group of the people are fighting each other, and see that all the time in crypto, right? So I think what's actually really, really important here is to actually create a culture that we want, right? I think and then another example of change, for example, right? It's like we think there's actually a lot of like shenanigans that teams run about tokens, right?
Oh boy!
I mean, we see a lot of those things that they do, right? And then honestly, for us, we had all the chances we had to do a lot of shenanigans too, right? But I can say that we didn't do that. In fact, we did the exact opposite, right? We ran we did transparency audit.
Every JUP accounted for since the initial mint.
Yeah, every JUP accounted for since the initial mint, right? Why do you do that, right? Honestly, doing that was like it really eliminated chances, right, for us to just secretly dump. Yeah. Right, I'm saying right, but why do you do that, right? Also, why do we why do you do a C.A.T? Why do CEF, right? Community first, right? We do all these things because we wanna kind of show that, hey, this is the way it can be, right? This is the way it can be, right? We can actually do things in a way that that people trust the team. You see what I'm saying? We can actually do it in a way that the team is aligned, right? And I'm personally aligned. Right, so I feel like that's the main thing. I think we as a community, we as a team, we as a community need to go like, hey, you know what? Let's think of the world we want to see, right? And just go for it. That's the courage that I want us to have. Yeah, I want to be honest, bro. I want myself to have that courage, right? Because I think I was just telling the last rally, right? It's like sometimes you do things that you think is very important. But you don't really see the impact right away, and you feel very discouraged. Yeah, But I think that it's actually, but I think sticking to my guns and sticking to our guns and going like, hey, you know what? We stick through it. It might always have immediate payoff, but we'll get through it. I feel like that's actually, and eventually you will see that. Yeah.
As we're going through this right now, it's kind of occurring to me the way in which courage actually underlines all three of these key things that Jupiter stands for. Right? It is like the courage to take the big swing, to have the ambition to be able to grow. There's the courage to experiment, knowing that you might fail when the experiment goes out there and you might look a little bit foolish. And then there's the courage to kind of stand up for what you believe in, even when it is not cool and even when it is not the easy way. The easiest thing in crypto, as anybody who's been here for a little bit knows, is to be shady, go buy a yacht, fuck off, and never see anybody again, right? You see these kind of like Anon projects. Not that there's anything wrong with Anon projects necessarily, but you see a lot of folks who will launch an Anon project and then just take the money and run, right? Or you see people who are just players in the space who are looking to exploit others. And I think if we want to change the perception of crypto as a whole, if we're trying to reach out to the next billion people, we cannot go forward with the culture of the past. We need to shift the culture to something that is more friendly.
That is a really, really, really great way to think about it, right? It's like if we want to bring on the next billion people, right, into participating.
Yeah.
Not just
getting exploited and dumped on.
Not even it's funny. Someone says hearing me talk English is frustrating. Can you showcase the tweet, that message?
Daikon Frost.
The guy that says that hearing me talk English is frustrating can't spell English. That's so funny. I love you, Daikon Frost. But if you want to insult my English, spell English properly. But what's the point? I feel like that's actually a really, really great mental model, right? Okay, what kind of ethos will actually, what kind of ethos will like attract, those people?
Yeah,
the next billion. Yeah, that's a great mental model, bro. Yeah,
I think it's the only way that we start to do this here. So, what does JUP stand for? Hopefully, it is clear to everybody right now. JUP stands for Meow as well.
No, that's Meow. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
Okay, it's in the chat. JUP stands for growth. JUP stands for experimentation. JUP stands for change. If these are the kinds of values, if these are the kinds of things that get you excited, my friends, you are in the right place. If these are the kinds of things that you find to be irrelevant or not to your interests or, just not the things that matter to you, then hey, God bless. We wish you nothing but the best in the world. But these are things that this community is about very clearly and formally.
I love that. Guys, we have to meme this. EBG so funny.
English.
Hey, can you just highlight all those EBG?
Meow's got a master's in English.
English, yeah. It's great, by the way. It's great English. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go. Oh, that shit. Let's go.
No, that's not financial advice. That's not financial advice. The JUP Rally, we get a little bit excited over here, but we try not to pump tokens if we can. Growth, experimentations, and change, and the courage to see it all through. All right. With that, let's go over to...
Yeah, it's so funny.
Even doing this president this time of year.
OPEX said this too. I love this. Let's go.
This is about to fucking take off.
No, I'm going to change the profile. Let's go. Yeah.
To what? English, professor of English.
Yeah. Professional
professor of English
speaker. Yeah, let's go. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah.
All right. I'm an English speaker. People love the English. Shout out to Frost for creating a new meme for the community here. English. I don't know how to say it. I go to April. Somebody, no, we shouldn't. EBGILL. Fuck, I can't spell either. I need to go back to school for some better English. England and eat.
All right, guys, I'll put my profile. All right, let's go. Thanks, guys. Let's go. Yeah.
This is why we love the JUP rallies, man. The energy is just always too good. People are too excited in the chat. Me and Meow are getting a little bit too excited over here in the studio. Let's keep on moving though. So let me go to this camera while Meow finishes up his his Twitter.
Go. It's fine.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
We're going to go now to the Jupiverse Ethos here. So those are some of the things that we talked about that JUP stands for, right? With any token project, right? Altcoins or meme coins, as we like to say around here. It's important to have the kind of key values that it's important to understand explicitly. What are the values that this meme stands for? Those are the values that this meme stands for. What we want to talk about now is some of the Jupiverse ethos and how we act. So if the JUP, what JUP stands for is kind of like the what, this is kind of the how. This is how we treat each other. This is how we trade.
How?
This is the how.
How we talk.
This is how we talk.
Our language. English.
I led for 15 minutes. Where did I come back too long? All right. When claim English. Meowglish is good as well. Okay, so the first kind of key idea to talk about in the Jupiverse ethos is PPP. Now, for anyone who does not know, this is in contrast to PvP, which is player versus player, which is the way that crypto traditionally works. It's very zero-sum game oriented, right? It is me versus you, and in order for me to win, you have to lose. How is PPP, player pumps player, different at a fundamental level?
Oh, I feel like if a community, like honestly, guys, like if you have been at big early, like I think the best communities, whether it is how to put it, they all grow from like a tribe of people, right? Really caring about each other and want each other to win. I feel like that's just beautiful. I feel like when a tribe of people come together and want each other to win and help each other win and practically actively do things to each other win, right? Great things happen. It might not always like it might not always be fast, but it's real, right? I mean, honestly, guys, I feel like I have a really PPP relationship with this guy. You know what I'm saying? Seriously, I feel like when you have PPP relationship, I think I think that's actually where great things happen. Like it's a garden, right? PPP is like a garden, right? It's like PPP is the ethos. Okay, guys. Okay, I got it. Okay, let's go. All right. So PPP is the ethos, right? That grows gardens, right? That turns a desert into a forest, right? That turns a scrap piece of metal, right, lying around, right, into a really beautiful sculpture, right? So I feel that is what PP is to me, you know. So can we, again, not easy, right? Like, you know, it's like it's very easy to kind of like it's very easy to spot a plant, grab it and run away with it, right? But it's much harder to work together to make the plant into a forest.
That's right.
Right? It's much easier to kind of kill someone, take the money, right? Takes money, right? But it's much harder to like, hey, give some of your money, put the money together to build something.
Yeah.
Right. So that's actually one is actually really important. I think that's how I think crypto needs to be. You know.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I think that it's a.
And also, for example, if you're a new person, right, coming in, right, what do you prefer come into, right? Do you prefer come into a PvP and community, or a PvP one?
Yeah.
Right. And I feel like and that's actually where I want our Discord and our Twitter and all these things to be in, right? For someone to come to come into our community and feel safe. That's the main thing. Yeah.
I think it requires a bit of a shift in kind of perspective for a lot of folks, right? Where oftentimes what you think of is like, oh, it is in my self-interest to kind of grab the money and run. But it is in your enlightened self-interest to ensure that the game can continue to be played. There's a great book by James Cars called Finite and Infinite Games. Finite games have an endpoint, but the best games to play in life are infinite games that are able to continue onwards and onwards. And when you think about PPP communities, I think the reason this has caught fire so much, I think because you see so many other meme coin communities, other project communities talking about it, people dropping PPP in the chat constantly. It's really just become, it's kind of taken over. Partially, I think, because it's so refreshing to hear somebody say the quiet part out loud. They're like, hey, we can actually be nice to each other and win bigger when we win together, rather than trying to win only on our own. And if crypto at its core is about better ways of organizing and collecting people and aligning incentives, if in crypto we can't make PPP work, then what are we even really doing here? Right?
Okay, so someone need to crypt this, right? But crypto is fundamentally don't do this. Sorry, let's try again. Sorry, let's do this. So crypto, right? So here's an important clip. Okay, crypto is fundamentally PPP, right? Here's the reason: because crypto is about creating new money together, right? So and you can only create sustainable new money together, right? If you come together and make the money grow, because you're creating new money, you are not fighting over a fixed pool of money someone else created. Let's say again. Very important to understand, okay? Crypto is about creating new money together. That's the key thing, okay? It's not about fighting over a fixed pool of money.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why crypto is fundamentally PPP. That's it.
It's a pro-social act.
Yeah, precisely.
It requires...
Crypto is very, very pro-social, right?
Yeah.
JUP itself, like JUP is a good example, right? Now, we as a team work really hard along the user stuff, right? To create something, right? And then because of that, we were able to have a chance to actually come together to create a symbol, right? That rally the community around this. That's right.
I'm on the wrong hand. All right, here we go. Take 3.
Meow.
There we go.
No, I mean, we no, seriously, it's like we created a situation, right? That we can't make this happen.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. Yeah.
Somebody said JUP is a PPP cult. Ace Data said, I think there's an interesting way. Listen, I'm not a Christian. I'm not a particularly religious man myself. But I do think it's interesting to know that this is foundational to all religions that last the test of time. Is that you are there to help uplift other people in the community. Because again, when we win together, we win bigger than any of us can win individually. And I'd love to see this kind of
big time.
Yeah.
It's really important to understand that, right? It's like, I mean, it doesn't actually have to be JUP, right? It doesn't have to be JUP. Seriously, it doesn't. But believe in something, right?
Yeah.
I think the whole thing about it is that I think what's that?
So the next JUP experiment should be fixing that fist bump.
Yeah, for sure, right? You know, but
it's late, dude. It's like midnight over here.
Yeah, come on, you're weak.
That's also a fact.
Yeah, weak.
I'm also not drinking coffee.
Coffee. There you right? It's midnight. I drink coffee. You know, whatever. Let's go.
Yeah, coffee and some other stuff. Anyway.
Yeah, but anyway, so I think, but that's the point, right? So I think, we really create something so much better when we actually work together on stuff. That's it. You know, yeah.
That's the way it goes. And let it be known as well. I think that's an important thing. PPP is the best kind of mind virus. It's the kind of mind virus that if we can spread to other communities as well, we'll be doing a service to everyone. This goes back to JUP Stands for growth, right?
In your life too.
In your life as well. Exactly. It's not just about doing it, being PPP within the confines of the Jupiter Discord or the Reddit or whatever else. It is finding opportunities to be PPP in your entire
every
life.
single success I have, and we are very early, right?
Yeah.
It's because we have a really PPP team.
I think that you see this actually even in the way that like the product was developed, the way that fees happen here. There are many opportunities for Jupiter to take far larger fees. Let's say with the Jupiter APIs, right? Hundreds of millions of dollars have been earned by others. One way to do it is to be very extractive and to kind of like, hey, say any margin that you have is my margin as well. Or you can make it small enough such that other people are able to actually grow wildly and you can support them on that journey. PPP is mindful, not mindless.
We should do a full essay on this. Yeah. Jupiter and PPP. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Yeah.
Next up in the Jupiverse Ethos, right? So this is the first part of the Jupiverse Ethos. This is the how. We kind of get JUP and what it stands for out into the world. The second piece is C.A.T, which is an acronym that stands for Certainty, Alignment, and Transparency. There's also an acronym, by the way, that Meow swears he did not come up with intentionally as C.A.T. It just happened to be C.A.T. But Meow, talk a little bit about the importance of C.A.T and how that affects the way that the Jupiter community operates.
I think the people think that we did the 30% token burn, right? So for example, we did a 30% token burn.
Just for anyone who doesn't know, there was a vote that was passed to burn 30% of the total token supply.
And we have news on that soon. Tokens. We have a news on that very soon.
Stay until the end for that. You're going to very much want to hear that. I promise you right now.
The end and stuff to know when the burn is going to happen.
All right, and how it's gonna happen because it's
how it's gonna happen. Yes,
it's spicy.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that, right? Finally, right? But then it's and then there are things also. We also did transparency audit, right?
Yep.
And so it's actually, but here's the thing, right? So I think, and we also we also committed to making sure that that I personally, right, is aligned. Yeah. The community, right? That if I say that it's long-term game, I will do all my best to make a long-term game. Right. That means I think about, right. If I say it's long-term game, but I do things, right. Then that doesn't make sense, right?
Right.
But I feel like and also I feel like what's actually really important here is that we actually and standing for a 30% burn, right? It's not to burn, it's not to pump the price, right? It's to actually create a situation where there's more certainty, over the emissions. Things like that. And why do we do the vote, right? For the what do you do to vote, right? Because we also want the community, right, to actually have a sense, right, of like control.
Yeah.
Over the emissions, right?
This thing belongs to all of us.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
It does not just belong to the team.
Yeah, for sure. That's the thing, right? It's like I think doing the Jupiverse as a vote, right, gives the community a sense of control over it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's it. Because that's actually important. Yeah.
And so the more we can drive the C.A.T ethos in the community, both in the way that the team interacts with the community, but also the way the community interacts with itself through the DAO working groups, through the grant proposals, through the JUP research forums, the better it is, I think, for us all. The more trust gets built. And trust is really the foundation for any successful community. If you do not trust each other, great things cannot happen. We are driving the ship together, says Tony Doing Crypto. A sense of contribution. That's right.
And Bella, hello. Thanks for all the great content.
Can both of them laugh at the same time again?
Nah, fuck off.
All right, I'll only do one. I think Wilson said something funny in the chat. We missed it, but the rest of the chat seemed to enjoy it. All right. That is C.A.T, certainty, alignment, and transparency. Let's talk about the last piece of the operating ethos, a relatively newer one, but I think one that's going to be critical to defining the future of what happens within Jupiter.
Yes.
Talk about the ecosystem of founders idea and why this is important.
Bro, I'm telling you, man, it's like
this might be your most important idea recently, if I'm being honest.
Definitely, right? I think like what actually has inspired me greatly, right? It's like in the uplink group, you have OG, you have Clouds. who are really kind of like exhibiting or are really exhibiting the founder energy, right? They take it on themselves to go, hey, how do we really create a really PPP environment, right? With other people. And Cloud's like driving, like Cloud's doing content, like content sessions, OG organizing, right? Saying like street supporting everyone. And then the cadet working group. Cadet working group and stuff, like really taking upon themselves to bear all the community mission to really help each other. And I feel like and also I just many and Jules, and then just so every single work group, right, is demonstrating founder energy.
Founder is not,
and I can't say I talk about it here, but like like the trader thing, right? Let's say for example, trader and like Fabino and stuff started a university. Right. I'm saying, right? I mean, guys, that is founder energy, man. It's great. Guys, this is the kind of founder energy, right? That is gonna drive everything.
I would say that being a founder is not a title. It is a state of mind. It is a way in which you approach the problems that you're solving. Where you say that I am here to turn the temperature up.
Yes.
There's a great line that Toby Lutke has that companies by default or communities by default are at room temperature. And the founder's job is to increase the temperature, to act like the thermostat. And the truth is, you can do this in all parts of your life. You can have that founder energy in everything that you're doing, whether that's creating content, whether that's onboarding new people to Jupiter, whether that's participating in a work group or something else. And really what most of the pipelines of the DAO have been set up to do, whether it's the Uplink Working Group's grant program, the CWG's grant program, or the way that these calls and we bring people on to talk during them, it's all in service of the same mission. Identify and activate that founder energy in everybody that is a piece of this.
Yes, accurate. I think that's actually the reason why we think it's so important to elevate it into our operating ethos, right? Is that I feel like some people care so much about DAO, right? The DAO founders, right? It's amazing, by the way, right? Some people care so much about the community, right? That they are community founders, right? And it's great for me to see that, right? And I think it's an operating ethos because we are going to make it a point, right, to really support people who actually exhibit the founding energy, right? And we've seen that, by the way. We've seen a lot of people like Mulu and stuff just started exhibiting the energy, right? And then we helping them become work group member, right? And things like that. Everyone. Too many of them. Because here's the thing. Right? It's like, I think like crypto is a very networked community, right? It's a thing whereby it's actually really important to be able to showcase your work and rally people. And I think we want to help people do that. That's all. And that's all. And guys, in the next few years, we want to turn the Jupiverse into the universe, right? The Jupiverse is
turn the universe into the Jupiverse.
Sorry. We turn the universe into the Jupiverse, right? And okay, the universe is expanding, right? You guys know, right? Basic Cosmos effects, right? The universe is expanding due to Cosmos energy, right? And then the Jupiverse will expand, right? Due to founder energy, right? Ooh. Founder energy is the energy, right? That will turn the universe into the Jupiverse. And we need to harness that and grow that. Yeah, so that's our key focus.
I think that most everything that you see across the DAO in particular is there to empower you to exhibit that founder energy and to start to turn that universe.
We can do that a lot more. I think all the groups, all the members and stuff can really, 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 really help to do that.
That's
right.
Fact.
That's it. Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
All right. Those are the three key pieces of the Jupiverse ethos. Once again, those are acting PPP in a way that we're trying to win together so we can win bigger. It is all about C.A.T, certainty, alignment, and transparency so that we can build the trust necessary to work effectively as a community, and an ecosystem of founders where we activate that founder energy, where people are bringing their all, pushing the pace, and ensuring that what needs to be done gets done. Without these things, it's going to be impossible to build the growth, the experimentation, and the change that we all want to see in the world together. I know this has taken a little bit of a while. There's been some comments of, hey, get to the announcements and whatever else. But folks, this is critical, right? If this does not appeal to you, if you don't have the hairs on the back of your neck starting to tingle a little bit, you got to rewatch this because I think there's some banger gems in this, actually. We did not script this out or really practice this in advance, but this is one of our better sessions. I got to say, we're on a little bit of a roll.
I'm always on a roll, bro.
Yeah, but not me. I'm oftentimes not. So
you are not. You're not.
A little bit on.
One thing about things that I think when I first started working cash, Cash tends to want to script things, structure things, prepare things, right?
Structure more so than script.
Yeah. For sure, structure
Yeah.
things, right? I think one of the things that I really worked with him to do, right, is that to be more comfortable, right? But don't get me wrong, I adjusted to his need for presentation too.
It was a meet
right?
in the middle kind of
We met in the
situation.
middle, right? So
Yeah.
I think I structured stuff more, and he
I'm
was
looser
willing to
now as well.
loosen now. Yeah. And then I think that what's really important is to but it's really cool. I think about it, right? It's like we come up with like key operating ethos, right? We come up with like the key ideas that we stand for, right? I think those are very important.
I think so as well. And again, I think what's so cool about these is they apply. What, the wait was worth the time. What's up? The time.
No, that was coming below.
What was it? Oh,
You gentlemen.
Haywood has got some. Haywood might have to go to the bathroom for a little second. Take
It's
a
so
break.
funny. Please show that. Please show that it's hilarious. Yeah.
If we can, yeah. There we go. But then
so
let's
funny.
show Molu's comment as well because I like that one as well. Anyway, the good balance indeed. This is, I think, important kind of stuff for everyone to be knowing. And again, take this into your personal life. I would love to see, just by the way.
You know what, Jared, are you not Jared Drum or are you Jared Drum?
He's not Jared Drum, that's for short. That's his name. Is that not obvious?
No, I love the guy, man. I love the guy. Yeah. I love Stacks. Yeah.
Joseph says the best session so far. That's what we'd love to see. PvPs. All right. That's the only downside of PvP is that it does get a little crazy. It's not Jared Dunn, it's Stack. Oh shit, Stack Overflow, my guy. It's good to see.
Yeah,
you again.
yeah.
It's been a little bit, my friend. Anyway,
He's Jared Drum. Fuck you.
he's Jared Dunn. I think there was there's a whole other story people could dive into Stack's background. It's been a wild journey indeed. All right. With this said, should we start to talk about the next big thing?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Get ready. Let's go.
Let's get the energy up a little bit. Let's get stretched because now we are getting into announcement mode, folks. And the time has come for Jupuary 2025. Early thoughts. I cannot stress this enough. This is not a final plan. There will be a draft proposal that comes up with your feedback, but we want to get onto this call and initially start to talk about some of the ways that the team is thinking about Jupuary 2025. For anyone who does not know what this is, can you briefly describe?
It's fine. Let's go. It's fine. You don't know it's fine. Don't. We did this for people who know. Let's go. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So yeah.
Sorry if you don't know.
Sorry if you don't know, but it's for people who know. Yeah. I'm serious. This is for people who know. Okay. Yeah. This section is for people who know. Okay. If you don't know, go to Scarlett's on Twitter. There's a really, really great.
Scarlett did a great thread. Yeah.
I cannot describe Jupilery in a 5-minute session. You really have to study it and ask around. Okay, cool. That's it. All right, done. But let's go on. So I think Jupilery is obviously a thing of great. I mean, there's actually a lot of capital at stake, right? I mean, like sometimes it blows my mind to think about how much capital that is at stake.
The
right?
JUP token airdrop in the last Jupuary now is
No, but that's not. That's not. But I think there's a lot at stake, right? And I think that I think because of that, right? I think there's actually a very big debate over that stuff, right? Some people are going like, hey, you know what? Like a lot of people are worried that that it will cause harm, right? To the community, right? Some will be like, okay, hey, no, we need to do this thing, right? And I think so in this, but one thing that I want to say is this, right? Jupilery is about growing the pie, right? And what we're gonna do is that we must be very, very careful. Sensei said this very well, right? Sensei was like, okay, hey, Meow, he DM me, right? I love you, Sensei. That's PPP culture. He DM me. He was like, Meow, I'm looking at how other projects went. I'm really worried that if we actually do this thing, it will tear the community apart. He DM me that, right?
As in doing Jupuary or putting it up for a vote?
Jupilery, right? The vote, whatever, right? The whole process tear apart, right? So this is a test, right? It's a test. It's a test if we will actually come out of either the vote or the whole event stronger or weaker, right? I'm not going to be here. I'm not going to be here and be like, I'm not going to hear and go like, hey, it's gonna be great. I'm not going to do that.
It's the experimentation mindset.
But I'll be like, I'm going to try my best. All right. And I hope that everyone will try their best. There's going to be a lot of extremely loud sounds here, loud arguments here. But fundamentally, my operating principle here, right, is that guys, it's very important, okay? My operating principle here is that I really try really hard to understand what everyone thinks, okay? And my main request here is that everyone should also understand what other people think, okay? That's how we win. Get all this, okay? If we are going to just like stamp our own mindset and keep and continues to fight for our own mindset or what benefits us the most, we're going to die. All right, guys. Okay, I'll say again. We will need the majority of people to understand each other and not selfishly push for their own benefit. We have to push for each other's benefit.
Yeah.
Done. That's it. Then, yeah. So, why is it a vote?
It's a great question. Yeah.
Why is this a vote?
And I will say, in 9 times out of 10, it would not be a vote. It'd be just a decision made by the team at a random point. So why put this up for the DAO vote?
Because alignment. Because what I learned is because I learned, right? I learned that from the first 6 months of operating I grew very comfortable, right? Like over the CWG vote, over the CWG vote, no. Hey, don't show tweets like this. No, done. Just keep it. Don't be biased. No, don't be biased. No, there are some very big concerns that other people have, right? And I want to make sure that I actually have I want to make sure that I actually address this properly. Okay, like and again, like for everyone who is again, I say it's right. Jupuary is a gift, right? And if it happens and stuff, it was a gift the first year. Right, and if it happens again, it's a gift, right? You know, from the community to the users, right? That's the key idea here. Okay, back to point. Why is it a vote? And by the way, do not actually insult anyone who doesn't agree with you. Right now, what's happening right now is actually a lot of insulting going on, right? If you are doing one thing, insult the other thing. Is that insult the other thing, right? It's actually really bad, right? That's the kind of thing that will tear the community apart. Okay, I'm not gonna do that stuff. Okay, I'm going to actually treat every single opinion and every single thing with a lot of respect, and that's how we need to do it. You see what I'm saying? Now, that's it. Why is it a vote? It's a vote because I think number one, it does come from the number one. Firstly, is that from the first 6 months of operating the DAO, right? And seeing the kind of arguments, the kind of debate from the CWG, from the trial working groups. I mean, people were freaked out by the debate. Like, oh, fuck, it's terrible, blah blah blah. I disagreed, by the way, right? I was like, it's actually really good. Like, it was actually really great that we are fighting or understanding.
Because people care.
People care. Yeah. And then I think I actually understood a lot more. Right? Hey, Sri, I think you can actually showcase tweets or messages around like
I think you
the ethos
a little bit. But
you know, but yeah, things like that. Yeah, I know. Like I think just don't take sides. Okay, yeah, don't take sides. You know, yeah, but just
you're doing great.
Yeah, doing great. Yeah, awesome. But that's the first thing, right? I think I got comfortable with all the different. I think I got comfortable with all the different like debates and a lot of the things that these are great things, right? Like go for that. Yeah, I think and also the other thing is actually really important here. I got really comfortable with that firstly, right? About like the idea of growing via argument.
Yeah. I think you want small t tension in these kinds of conversations because the thing that kills a community or kills a DAO in particular is apathy. When people are just like, my voice doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I say. I'm not going to be able to change anyone's mind. If people start to get so close-minded that people feel that it's pointless to share their opinions, that is the real death knell. So the second we have 100% approval of anything, that's when I start to get nervous. Right? I feel much better when there is this kind of tension. Small t tension, though, right?
It's actually really interesting, right? I mean, one of the things that actually a lot of people don't understand is that there's a reason why America is resilient, right? I think you can see it's actually very resilient, right? Like, you know, when you have in opposed to other countries, when the people always say, America is failing because there's so much fighting, blah blah blah, right? So it's so divided. I think the ability to actually be divided but still come out together, right, is the key to resiliency, right? That's actually critical, you know. Yeah, but I need that's the first reason. The first reason, right? Is like I grew confident, right? That this that by putting it as a vote is the way to go.
Yeah.
Right? Because it will get everyone to be able to talk about it. You see what I'm saying? So by putting on a vote, everyone will talk about it and you'll fight about it and will think about it. And that's what we need to do. Okay, it's gonna be it's uncomfortable, it's gonna be tricky, but we do it. Right? But because there's no other way to make sure that everyone has a voice. No other way, right?
Yeah.
No. So that's the reason I vote. Because it's such a big topic. And it's such a big topic. That's it, right? I think everyone should have a voice.
Yeah.
Make sense? Now, the second reason why there's a vote, right? Is because it's because I genuinely think that given that it's something that does affect, right? People, right? It does actually directly affects token holders.
Yeah.
Right. And it's my belief that we can structure it, right? In a way, it's my belief we can structure it in a way that goes up high, right? But then again, it's up then. But by putting a vote, it is my job to convince the holders that we can do it in a way that goes up high. You see what I'm saying? If it's not a vote, I don't have the same kind of it's brutal, by the way. Like, it's fucking brutal, right? This job is fucking brutal, right? Trying to convince a community that a large distribution will benefit them. It's not easy.
Yeah.
Right. But I think if it wasn't a vote, I would be much lazier.
It forces a level of intellectual rigor, and let's take every scenario into play. Let's take every negative argument into play, or every counter argument, I should say, not even negative argument, and let's take them in good faith.
Yes,
and let's try to build the strongest, most comprehensive case. And I think, quite frankly, it's only when you hear some of the disagreements that you're able to design it in ways that accommodate, right? Because some of the disagreements might be well-founded. Right?
Yeah,
and if you don't ever hear any criticism, then you just design it one way.
Yeah, for sure.
But our idea is always going to be stronger than my idea. This is a fundamental thing of community, I believe.
Yep.
So this is where the vote becomes so important.
Yes, actually, and also lastly is that I think and lastly the reason to vote is because I think it does come from the community treasury.
That's great.
Like the community
comes from a shared
portion, right? So under a 50-50 rule, the team has managers 50% and the community manages 50%, right? So so tokens that are going to be released, right? So the goal has always been the same, right? For tokens that are going to be released from the community pool, right? There should be a vote attached to it. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And it was and we are going to as the DAO goes more robust over a number of years and stuff, the community will take more and more control. Right. And I think that that's how it works. Yeah. But for now, I think it's how we do. Yeah.
I think it's a critical milestone. I don't know if people are aware of just how crazy this kind of thing actually is, where a massive decision, where a significant part of the token supply is being distributed in ways that we are designing and doing collectively and approving collectively. This is a big deal, folks. This is, in my mind, a major step forward for the maturity of the DAO, for the proper decentralization of the Jupiverse, as more and more people have a say in what's going on. And that cannot be underplayed. This does not happen every day, where things of this scale are being decided by a community, and we don't know which way the vote's going to go. Right?
Yeah, we don't know. I got no idea.
We really don't.
Like if everyone, but I feel like we're gonna learn. Yeah.
Yeah, that is a fact.
Yeah, precisely. I think it's great, right? I think if we do, if we showcase that again and stuff, I think that's the whole point, right? I think.
Yeah.
I feel one of the things that I place in high premium, right, is that it's learning, right? It's like, when this vote will draw a lot more people.
Yeah.
Right. Into understanding our ethos, right, and what's important for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the natural intuitive reaction is like, well, why would you even want to do this? And that curiosity kind of pulls you in a little bit more deeply, versus if it is just a random announcement that you see on Twitter, you maybe just say like, okay, I guess this thing is what's happening, right?
Yeah, for sure. I think yeah.
By turning it into a collaborative process, you get people not only like
we learn together. We learn together. We learn together.
Right.
We experiment together. We learn together. Right. Yeah, that's it.
That's
yeah.
Right.
And I've been reading, guys. I read every single thing. Yeah. I said before and stuff, I read every single thing. I think I might not always respond. I can't respond to everything, right? Because but I read everything. Yeah. All right. So okay, it's a gift, right? So this is actually another key principle. I talk about this a lot, right? If you go to search my tweets and stuff, there's this really important tweet I wrote. But I say airdrops are a gift, right? And definitely Jupiverse is a gift, right? So I hereby officially reject, right, any accusations of any, basically, like if the vote doesn't pass, it's fine. it's a gift. If a vote pass, accept the gift, right? If the vote doesn't pass, it's still a gift. It's fine, right? You know, and similarly and stuff, and similarly, there's no expectations, right? If you do a gift to someone, you shouldn't expect something from someone.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? For example, if you like a girl and you give her a gift, right? But you expect something, then is it really a gift? It's not a gift, right? The whole intention is broken.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying, right?
It's like a payment.
It's a payment, precisely.
It's a bribe
You got a thing, right? Yeah. And furthermore, just to be realistic, right? There's going to be a lot more. The calculus is a lot more different. It's much bigger, right? It's much more broader user base, right? That's it, right? So I think we have to also set expectations for how much can be distributed per user. You know, yeah.
And it's a gift from the community to the larger user base, and as also an invitation for them to join and participate in governance and join the DAO.
Yeah, so it's also invitation, right? For the best, it's also invitation. Hey, I got in, bro.
Hey. We made the slides like 2 minutes before the thing actually started. Hold on. We just missed a fist bump. We can't. There we go. They're gonna roast us in the. Let's try it again. Start it up. Boom, boom, boom.
Meow. So yeah, I think fuck, man, bro, yours ring. But anyway, I think it's also invitation for the best users, right? Powered out. And over here, again, a big qualifier here is that there's many new wallets, right? And I think we are going
to say how many roughly?
10 million.
It's about 10 million.
Yeah. So I think we definitely got to do like massive amounts of like that we'll be focusing on the most active and the most like ones. Yeah. So it wouldn't be like we will not be able to do something like last year where, you know, if you just randomly did one transaction, we include you. That won't be the case anymore. No more.
So we should set expectations right now. This is a way to invite the best users to join the community, the most consistent users, people who are really getting a lot of value out of the Jupiter products.
I mean, we will still miss, right? You know what I'm saying, but then I think that's the main thing. Yeah, they will still miss it, but the main thing. Yeah, and
the
also
expectation needs to be set right now.
Yes,
right. That not every one of the more than 10 million wallets that have actually participated and interacted with the Jupiter product over the past year will be eligible for the airdrop. There will be criteria there to ensure that we're able
if it passes,
to ensure that the people who are being brought in, who are invited into the community, are people that really understand kind of like the Jupiter ethos and what it's all about. And then, of course, going back to some of the core things that Jupiter stands for, this is also an experiment. And as I was talking about earlier, I think probably one of the most important in DAO history, simply due to the scale, simply due to the complexity and the nuances of the issues, and due to the strong feelings that it evokes. This is not like a rubber stamp kind of vote that we're going to see here.
No, it's not rubber stamp. Okay, but guys, this is going to be a great experiment. This is the probably one of the most. I mean, whatever happens, right, guys? Be happy, man. I'm happy. Yeah. Happy that we are going to do one of the most important experiments in DAO history. It's gonna be fun. Yeah,
it's gonna be very fun.
I think it's great, right? Because it's gonna guys, you don't actually it's very, very rare that in life that you get to be part of an experiment. A big experiment, right? And guys, we're doing it together. Yeah.
Is this the biggest test of the DAO thus far, SOG?
I would say so. The community for sure, 100%. Yeah.
I think so.
All right, let's go. Okay. All right.
Okay. Now here's another key
part. The big one.
If you weren't paying attention, pay attention now, folks. Here we go.
All right. So, as I mentioned and stuff, I read everything, right? Yep. And definitely take into account, like, I mean, for example, you guys know, like, that. Do you know why we did the why I proposed to do a 30% the card proposal, right? Because I read a lot of the comments and stuff, and people are talk about FDV and everything, right? Mm-hmm. But they also talk about the fact that they are worried about I was thinking, hey, how, given those concerns that people have, right? Yeah. What is the thing that what can I do to address those concerns? Right, about high FDV, about emissions, but still preserving the integrity of the original intent, right? And also the preserving integrity, right, of the vision, right? And preserving the integrity of the growth potential. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Right? That was a really important thing that I did. Okay, I'll say again. The 30%, we did a 30% token vote proposal, right?
We voted to burn 30% of the token supply.
Yep. Because we recognize that people are worried about high FDV,
Mm-hmm.
They'll worry about emissions,
Yep.
right? And they'll worry about overhang,
Right.
And so we wanted to find a way, right, of addressing those concerns while preserving the integrity of the vision, the vision of the growth potential, right? And the why we designed in the first place.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying, right?
I do.
And then as a result, as a result of that, of those two things, right? We did a transparency audit to show that. So as part of that proposal, right, we did transparency audit to show that, look, guys, all the tokens are there, right? We didn't sell anything. We didn't sell anything from personal side or anything there. And apart from the initial launch pool, we clear all the dark pools.
Yep.
Right, we clear every single pool that we could have done shenanigans on and brought them on the open, right? And then we also did a vote. We didn't just burn it, right? Did a proper vote, right? So that everyone can be part of the process.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? And then obviously and stuff. We are also going to do it. We're also going to do the burn in a way, right, that signifies that, versus burn whatever. And so we're going to take the burn.
Stay tuned. More news on that coming up in about
we're going to take the burn. We're going to take the burn with a lot of respect.
Yeah,
but I really think so, right? Because I think JUP is a valuable resource, right?
Yeah.
And burning it means something. It's not just a burning thing. It means something.
And so similarly, that same kind of thoughtful balancing act ethic has to be applied to Jupuary as well.
Yeah, precisely. So anyway, back to this point, right? It's like so back to this point, and back to this point, right? I think we read a lot of stuff, and we read so we want. I think it's no secret that I want Jupiverse to happen. Right, no secret, right? I think I would like to be.
Me too.
I would like to actually be a I would like to actually be a I would like Jupiverse to happen, but I want to be like, I want to actually take care of people's needs, right? You see what I'm saying, right? I don't want to just like, Jupiverse is great, blah blah blah, and that's why putting the vote is important, right? It forces me to think really hard, right, about taking care of people's needs. You see what I'm saying, right? If I didn't put it for a vote, right, then if we do put a vote and stuff, then we wouldn't force ourselves to think about it. You see what I'm saying? It would just be people complaining. It would just be people complaining.
Yeah.
Right? You see what I'm saying? Right? So by putting it into a vote, right, we get everyone engaged, right? We have to think really hard about it, right? And we have to present the proposal to them, right, in a way that is acceptable. You see what I'm saying? That's critical. Right, So anyway, I think in summary, I think this is actually I can talk about many things stuff. And we can't actually go through a lot of things. But some of the key things that we're thinking about is, number one, we try our best to make sure it goes to the best users that are most likely to be part of the DAO, right? And secondly, and it's a crucial thing, right, is that we think that this is not like the first airdrop we did. For the first airdrop, we need to get a lot of tokens to be liquid right away. Yeah, that makes sense. Over here, it's different. Right, over here is very different. Over here, it will be this Jupiverse will be designed very specifically, intentionally, right, for long-term DAO participation. Yeah, right. So what is going to happen is that we are very likely, okay, we are very likely to have a program, right? We have to, such that if you claim immediately, right, you will get a big haircut. Done.
You get a big haircut.
Big haircut. Yeah, and that's it. And then we're looking at 75% reduction, right? Yeah, and then the 75% reduction stuff, those tokens will go back to the community in some way, right? So basically, like, yes. So
it is a gift to users, to the best users. Not all of them will have that kind of long-term alignment with some of the JUP ethos or some of the key things that JUP stands for that we talked about earlier. That's fine. It is indeed a gift. But those tokens that they don't claim, their haircut, will actually go back into the community where we know people are actually more longer term aligned. I mean,
we actually. So I think this as a fun, and there's tons of details, okay, but tons of details how to do that kind of stuff, right? But the high level idea, right? High level idea is that, okay, we want the best users who use Jupiter, right, to have an invitation to be part of this thing. Yeah. Right. But even for them, a lot of them will actually get a small gift. Right. But we want them to be to be part of the process. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And then and to part of the long-term process. Yep.
big caveat to all of this. Again, we can't repeat this enough. We're talking about this as some early design thoughts of how this could actually work. But critically, there will be a proposal that'll come out, and then it will go up for a vote. It will be up to the community ultimately whether this happens or not. Hopefully, this can address some of the concerns that we've been seeing across the JUP research forums, Discord, and Twitter. Some fears that people have that are, reasonable for them to have.
Yeah, because
but these are ways to respond and kind of co-create an ideal outcome that is best for the entire Jupiter community, that allows us to get the growth that we want and invite new people in, while at the same time ensuring that we're focusing on
we take
alignment.
care. We take care.
We take
care. I think we take care of people.
Yeah.
Right. We take care of people. We take care of, like, we want to grow. We want to. I do actually think that. I really want to. I really want to like grow the community.
Yeah.
In a big way. I really want more people to be involved. And it's probably the best marketing ever. Right. But I also really want to take care of people like who are fearful. Yeah. And also, obviously, there's this big overhang of token.
Yeah.
Right. People are really worried about this thing. Yeah.
There's some questions, actually. We don't have tons of answers, I'll say. As these are early kind of thoughts. Some folks asked if the locked amounts would be able to use in voting in the DAO governance. Over
That's the point, right? That's the point, right? It's like we want to actually let people participate, right? In the DAO. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's right. Folks, there are a lot of other questions. I'm sure there's going to be a very vibrant discussion in the JUP research forums and in Discord.
And we'll be doing town hall. We're doing town hall tomorrow.
There'll be a town hall that Meow will be doing tomorrow in Discord or on Twitter.
Discord.
In Discord.
Yeah.
So people can jump into that with more kind of specific questions. But here's the high level kind of initial thinking, right? Is that one, directing it to the best users. Just there's too many users to give it to everybody. So we're going to focus on those who are the most consistent and the most engaged and are using the platforms in the kind of cleanest ways to help hopefully avoid as many Sybils as we can. And there is going to be a long-term alignment component where if you claim right away, you will get fewer tokens than if you would wait it out and actually participate in governance over time.
Over a year. We're looking at long term, a year.
Yeah. Right now, the initial thing is
basically if you want to receive the full airdrop, it's a year thing.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And again, guys, I want to actually say one more thing, right? And if you are part of the Jupiverse, I would like you to help me share this message to everyone who says it. Is that you really should not have any expectations about how much to receive and about anything, really.
It's a bonus, is the fact.
Yeah, it's a bonus.
This is an important thing to note. Like, there are a lot of other protocols out there, no disrespect to any of them, who will outline exactly what the kind of points program is and how many points you'll get, and they'll have like points trackers and all that kind of stuff. That's not what Jupiter is here to do. This is not like some kind of way to incentivize people to use the products.
No.
If you get value from the products, use the products.
Correct.
If you don't use them. Do not use them to try to farm an airdrop where the rules are purposely not made clear in advance.
Yep. It's not so don't have any expectations. Don't. Yeah. Right. Don't. Really don't. Right. I mean, I want to be very clear here, right? Don't
zero expectations. Yeah. Hold on. We gotta
zero.
Do a little.
No expectations. Yeah. No expectations. Okay. Zero. Yeah. Like don't expect anything. Okay. Like it's a present.
Yeah.
Done. This is a gift. Right. And I stand by that. I don't care. You can scream at me in Discord all you want and stuff, but I won't care. That I care a lot about a lot of things, but this is something I don't care about. Yeah, I won't care. So stop screaming at me. So stop, like, take the energy you're using to type keyboard to masturbate or something, Yeah. Yep.
And the last point here.
That on camera.
What?
Nothing, just go.
I was reading the chat. I do love to see all the zero boys and zero girls in the chat. Drop a little zero if you have those zero expectations. The enemy of joy is expectations, folks. It's a gift. We're going to see what this comes through. So it could look something like this. Yeah, there's a lot of chat going on over here. Last point here. Yeah, do you want to talk about this?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I think has some faith grow pie, right? Yeah, has some faith grow pie.
Yeah, this is where growth comes from. We got to go forward with it. All right. I believe that's it.
And remember, and growing the pie means that we can come together, that we can find a way forward, we can expand the DAO greatly and be stronger at the end, right?
Yeah.
But guys, remember, if this is not a vote, I would not have come at this. I would not have talked about that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It is the fact that it was a vote. There was a lot of opinions. I had to read through all the opinions and think about how to actually get the vote passed, right? You know what I'm saying? No, right? And it still might not pass, by the way.
Yeah.
You see, it's still not passed, by the way.
Yeah.
Right. I'm saying, but go from it. Yeah. Yeah.
All the zeros in the chat over here as well. So just to wait, let me go back over here. Are we on to the next thing almost? Yeah. So just before we move on to our very, very special announcement, which you are going to like, I just want to give a chance to summarize what's going on here. Jupuary 2025 is potentially coming up, subject to a DAO vote. It will be a period of discussion. There will be a draft proposal, where there'll be plenty of feedback, and then the vote will come later this month, in November itself, if I'm not mistaken. And what we're going to try to do here is grow the pie by helping reward and give a gift to the best users that are out there as an invitation to come join the DAO and participate in governance, and focusing on this long-term alignment by ensuring that the people who claim the token early on receive far less, and the people who are willing to have that patience, that can pass that marshmallow test, that show that commitment to the Jup DAO,
marshmallow test,
are able to get their tokens. And anyone who does get that quick haircut, the rest of the allocation would go back into the DAO and be used for all sorts of back into the community bonus, excuse me, and used for all sorts of things into the future.
Yeah, that's actually really great. Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Okay, that is the state of Jupuary 2025. More details to come. Come to the town hall tomorrow in Discord if you are eager.
There are no more. There are no more details as of this point. There are no more details at this point. Yeah.
All right, cool. So we can get the chat ready because, folks, we're rounding out the call with a very special announcement. God, I'm so excited.
Really, you are? Okay.
I'm so excited.
You are. So it's okay. We're
gonna
go for this. We're gonna go for this. We're gonna like probably have for this. Let's go.
Oh yeah. Let's make sure that.
All right,
let's get the coffee cup off the table.
I want my coffee. Give me coffee. Yeah. Let's go.
All right. The very special announcement. Do you want to do it or do you want me to do it? You pick.
We should do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it together.
Okay, already.
The very special announcement is, for the first time ever, we are announcing
Catstanbul! Let's go!
Catstanbul
Take a screenshot to this, please. Right, let's go. Yeah, this screenshot is such adorable, right? Catstanbul, let's go.
Shizhi, the best artist in the game. Catstanbul 2025
please this. Yeah,
is
please
on
take a screenshot and do this,
way.
Please. Yeah.
I tell you that much. I cannot wait. What is Catstanbul?
Just keep it on the screen for all.
Yeah, we'll keep it on the screen for a little while. This is where the cats take over the city of Istanbul. Istanbul, famously already the city of cats, about to be filled with a lot more cadettes and other community members coming very soon in 2025. The chat is going wild. Let's showcase all this love over there in the chat, please. Let's just keep scrolling through all of those. Yeah. I'm keeping it, brother.
I love this skin so much, bro.
You're gonna have to get a tattoo of this, my guy. This is
so
too
good.
Cool.
Yeah, I know. But basically, it's Catstanbul. It'll be the first Jupiverse conference in January, right? It should be around January 25th, right? So we'll be doing the first Jupiverse conference, right? In Catstanbul will be, and it's for you, by the way. This is going to be for you. Yeah, it's far from America, but it's far from everyone. Okay, it's like equal distance. Okay, it's an equal distance for everyone. Okay, it's like Catstanbul, yeah, but it's for you, right? It's not going to be a conference for. Like most conferences are for like VIPs and famous and blah 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 blah, right? But no, this is not. It's for you.
That's a fact.
It's for you. Yeah, it's for you, right? So if it's for we're going to cater, we're going to really focus on people who are in the Jupiverse, who are doing all the founders in Jupiverse, or the work groups, or the ones who want to build groups, or the creators, right? All the developers. Yeah, and the team members, a lot of team members that you work really hard that you don't know about, right? So it's going to be it's not going to be bring people together and showcasing all of them, right? Yeah,
it's born of a simple insight. We've seen this now in a few different meetups, like the one that we had over in London that we were at, where we got to meet a bunch of the cadets and Zero Boys, things that you've done in Singapore and elsewhere. Cadets really vibe well together when they are in together real life. Jupiter Park over at Great Point is another example of this.
Actually, the event the small event that we did, that where we got some cadets together. That's fun. That's super fun.
Jupiter Park.
No, Jupiter Park. No. We actually did a second event. You weren't there because you had to do something, right?
Oh, speaking.
But then, you are speaking. You were speaking. But then, it was actually really fun. Yeah. We had a small event. I interviewed all the cadets. I interviewed a lot of the WG members. Unfortunately, the cameras broke down, so I had no videos on that. But it's fine. We'll do it in Catstanbul.
Yeah. Oh god, the content out of Catstanbul. Don't even get me started on what it's going to be like. I'm going to be there so bad. Cat's taking over. Absolutely.
The funny thing is, Cat's already took over Catstanbul. I think it's fire it out. All right, it's so great. Yeah.
So
Catstanbul,
the first ever Jupiverse conference coming together, bringing the community together, IRL, so that all sorts of great things can happen. As Meow mentioned, this conference is really for you. The goal is to bring together all sorts of community members so that we can celebrate together, learn together, improve the Jupiverse all together. The folks who are the most excited and most engaged community members are going to get priority access to this. And as a result of this, it's not just going to be whatever marketing nonsense and like, oh, hey, please go use this product. No, there's going to be upskilling workshops.
No
there's going to be co-creation workshops.
Upskill, yes.
It's about learning from each other because there's so much good knowledge and talent in this community.
Yeah,
that really the goal is to
also
give
the wider
everybody a
like
spotlight.
also the wider thing, right? It's like if you know if you think there's someone who can really contribute to your life that you want to meet, right? Anywhere in the cryptoverse, right? Or anywhere you tell us who you want to meet and stuff. Like, no, seriously, you tell us who you want to meet, right? And we try to get them here. Okay, no promises, right? But we'll try to get them.
The reason I'm smiling is I saw a comment. Don't even try to pull it up now, but it said a raffle for free tickets. Oh, what if I was
Hold on.
Oh, you're gonna hold on to that. All right.
Control your pants. Keep in your pants.
Sorry, I'm so excited. I'm trying to.
Keep in your pants.
I'm getting to the next thing already.
Keep in your pants.
Stay tuned for a little second, and you'll get a little
Cash,
update on that.
Learn to keep it in your pants.
Cash, will I be there? I will absolutely be there. I would not miss Catstanbul for anything. It's going to be 2 days of just utter good vibes and good times.
And we will and remember we will actually let's just say this, right? It's like most conferences in crypto are meant for whales. Okay, I'm VIPs, right?
Yeah.
This is meant for everyone. You know, and we're going to try our very, very best to make it accessible to the people, the people who are going to be part of the community. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Save the date. When? Can we announce the dates?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
It's going to be January 25th.
Around thereabouts. The exact dates are it's 25th. But hear me out. But it's going to be there. No, it's going to be thereabouts, right? Okay. Yeah, but we need to
roughly January 25th and 26th. Roughly. It might change a little bit, but it's going to be late January for sure. Still finalizing venues and so on, and that's why we don't have a firm date.
Wait. Can you pull out the thing that the worst AMA thing?
Wait, hold on.
No, this guy. Yes, Daikon Frost. Please don't come again. Just don't. Yes, don't waste your time. I'm very don't waste your time. Okay, just
please
don't waste your time.
Don't feed the trolls.
No. I know. I love it. Just saying this is what we were talking about earlier.
This is the kind of thing I want to highlight. That Hunter guy.
I love that guy. So yeah, fine. But both are good. No, it got what I was saying earlier. If you don't vibe here, don't come here. It's fine. It's great. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah. Drop a little English in the chat if you're with us right now.
English. Let's go.
English in the chat. Yeah, there it is. All right.
I love the guy.
Highlight all of those. Please highlight all of those. All right. So this is a conference for you. There's going to be, as we talked about, there's going to be some updates from the team, of course, but a bunch of cool community workshops that'll make this
get better, visas,
valuable for everybody. So start working on your visas. Hopefully, we'll have some ways to potentially help out on that. Working on that.
Right now. Why you just speak English thing? Sorry.
What?
Let's go a bit.
I swear, is this another Daikon?
No, the right. No, the right guy. The right.
Why this guy speaks English?
Yeah, I don't speak English. I speak Eblish.
Okay, enough Eblish stuff for a second. All right, here's the next thing to say. There is going to be, so in addition to the updates from the team and these cool workshops and all the parties, all the ways that we can learn from each other and vibe together, there will also be a major platform announcement. And I think if anything, we're kind of underselling how major it is. We need major maybe more than one time on this slide.
Yeah, but it's fine. But yeah, don't sell it too much. But yeah,
you were the one who put major on the slide and all.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. No cap.
There is no cap.
But then we are working on something, and then we also want to announce it in. We want to share and announce it in the in Catstanbul.
At Catstanbul.
Yeah.
So definitely you'll want to be there for that.
Couple of months out. Yeah.
Can we say one other crazy thing that's happening at Catstanbul?
Are you okay? Are you ready? The next one?
You ready?
All right. Cool. Let's do it together. Okay.
Ready?
Okay. So all right.
This is
gonna be fun.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
We both want to talk about it because it's so cool. It's so much fun. At the end of day 2, what is going to happen in Catstanbul? Wait, hold on. What the hell?
Dude, suck, bro.
What's going to happen in Catstanbul?
We're going to have a ceremony to burn the 30% of the tokens.
For everyone that has been asking when burn happening live.
We'll all get together and start and burn the cat.
We're going to try and get a giant wooden cat.
Try.
Probably not as big as this photo. This is AI. Don't let this be your expectation. But we're going to try to get a giant birdie cat, light it on fire as we all dance and chant around it.
We press the burn button and press the transaction. Yeah, transaction.
January 26th or thereabouts, that is when the 30% supply burn is going to be happening. But we are together as a community.
Yes.
Can you imagine? Yes,
we'll
please
burn the 30% tokens live together.
It will be a cleansing moment for the entire community.
It will burning cat. It's a burning cat. Yeah, so
it's too
come on,
good.
we're gonna do this. Meow. Finally with a date. We're finally with a date. So the date is set. Yes, correct. So this will be the So the date is set. All right, the rough date is set. Right, the rough.
Yeah, that cat is a little bit more monstrous than we would like. As WTP is calling out. It's an AI. It's AI.
The date is set. So there's a date so we are setting a date for the burn. Okay.
The burn is January 26th, roughly. Might change, a day or two.
But the second day of the Jupiverse conference.
This is how we're going to end it. The rich wandering soul hit it on the head. The Jupiter rituals. This will go down in Jupiverse history, my friends.
So the token burn, the 30% token burn that everyone asks us for is to do that. Yeah.
You're going to be too much fun. All right. Burning Cat is going to be the highlight, or I should say one of the highlights. This thing's going to be packed with good times. Don't let PETA know. This is, by the way, nobody loves cats more than Jupiter. Let's be clear about that. This is a cleansing thing for the entire. And Burning Man, when they burn a human, it's not because they don't like humans. It is because of the ritual and the way that they are brought together by the Burning Man. So
yes, the burn will happen second day of Jupiverse. Yeah,
that's right. Second day of Catstanbul.
Catstanbul, yeah, let's go.
And now, can we say for a lot of people in the chat asking like how much a ticket's going to cost and so on and so forth? You want to tell? Let's tell it. The answer is a big fat zero. This is a free conference, folks. The goal is not to charge the community for coming together. We want everyone to be able to come. And the Jupiter team wants this so much that there are actually going to be subsidies up to $2,000 per person for 500 selected participants. To those that are really creating the most value in the Jupiverse ecosystem, who have been really exhibiting that founder energy, you'll receive up to $2,000 to subsidize your trip over. So very far from you having to pay. It is quite the opposite. We want to make sure that this is an event that anybody can kind of attend, no matter what their personal situation is going to be like. Good news.
Okay, to be honest, not everyone. I think we are going to prioritize, definitely prioritize.
Correct, for 500 selected participants.
If you have been contributing to the community or the ecosystem, right, and you have something very good to share, right? If you have a really great, so three things, right? Number one, if you have been contributing a lot to the community, to the crypto ecosystem, or you have something really great that the community will benefit from you sharing.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
We will try to actually subsidize up to $2,000 for it. Yep.
It's pretty great. If you have been an active community member
for the rest and for the rest and stuff that we can't subsidize, it'll be free. Right. Yeah, but you have to apply for the conference.
Yes.
So that's the
space will be limited. The Jupiverse the JUP is very large, so we're going to try to prioritize people that have been contributing back in that classic J for J spirit, folks. But really excited to be able to meet all of these folks together. Yeah, get a passport. Start thinking about your visas. This is going to be a great time. But as mentioned, this is a conference that will be for the community, by the community. We need to hear. What do you think? What would make this really special? And so what we'd love to see is if you can scan this QR code right now, it'll pre-populate a little tweet. And we want to get the word about Catstanbul out into the community. And we want to know what would make it a win for you. What would make it the best? Is there particular types of content that you want to see? Or is there particular people that you want to meet? Are there particular activities that you think should be done? What would make this conference the best that you've ever attended? So just scan this right now. Tweet it out. We'll be keeping track of everyone that gives back feedback. and hopefully some folks will be able to make this, help us make this just an incredible event. How to apply? Need to arrange flights and travel soon. That is going to be coming up and will be announced in the coming weeks as some of the logistics, like the exact date and the venues, get finalized. But we want to put this on everybody's radar. If you are somebody who's been contributing and excited about the Jupiverse and you're excited to attend, make sure that you save that last part of January so that you can come through.
Yeah.
Shout out to Fwag right over there, the go-to team. This is bringing people together. We'll keep this on here. Again, make sure to let us know what would be great. This is a co-creation opportunity. We want to make sure that this is for the
Catstanbul, so great.
Catstanbul.
By the way, guys, so one thing real quick is that I think can you go back real quick to a subsidy slide?
This one?
No, subsidy slide. Yes, one. So one of the big reasons why we are doing this is because honestly, it's because I had so much fun.
Inclusive is the word I was looking for, Brillo. Thank you for that.
I had so much fun working. I so much, I don't know, it's whatever 25th is. We are not very we are not big on planning here. But then we're not. I'm just not, right. But then but I think the thing is that I think that the key thing here is that I think I had so much fun. I always have I have way more fun, like hanging out with cadets and community members and talented people, right? So I love three things, right? I love talking to community members. I love talking to people who are working who are genuinely good vibes in critical ecosystem. Yep. And I love talking to talent, right? Talented people. So those are three things I really want to do, right? So in some sense, it's very selfish, right? Because I want to meet more. I want to meet more community members. I want to meet more people who are genuinely have the right ethos. Because here's the thing, given what I do, right, the temptation to do short-term things is very common, bro. It's just every single fucking day, right? There's this option to like do things in a way that's short-term, right? Short-term project, short-term thinking, short-term community, short-term people, right? So I think, what keeps me going? It starts when I hang out with long-term people. Yeah, you see what I'm saying, right? So what keeps me going is three things, right? Is when I hang out with community members who are true community. I hang out with long-term oriented people. I hang out with talent, right? I met the AI16Z guy, great guy, like really futuristic thinking, really focused on like rethinking how money is generated, really thinking of like how to create like better scenario, right? And that inspired me. Right, so I think my whole thing, and that's also why the whole ecosystem of others come from, right? Yeah, which is like how do we really meet like great people, right? So guys, can you scroll real quick? So it's like basically, can you scroll real quick?
Scroll up on the chat or the slides?
Sorry, up. So I just to end off. So end off. Can you go real quick? Up again, up. Yeah. So anyway, so summary. I think that the goal of Catstanbul 2025. Is for me to make great people, for you to make great people, for great people to meet each other. Yeah, that's it. Right? Great people means that they love the idea of Jupiverse. They love their long-term aligned on what the future looks like, and they have a talent then to share the world. And then we'll try to disappoint everybody, right? But we try our best to read through all the comments and feedback and submissions, right? But at the end of the day, there's only so much you can do. I hope you forgive us, right? Yeah. But the whole point here is we're going to try our best to bring together Jupiverse. Yeah.
It's a classic example of, give into the Jupiverse, you shall receive from the Jupiverse. So if you're excited about coming to Catstanbul and you're not sure that you're going to make the cut, you have time to start contributing. It's never too late. You can start literally after this call, as soon as tomorrow.
If you do it now. They're contributing.
I don't think that's true. If somebody does a good a great work over the next 2 or 3 weeks, we are
gonna prioritize people who have been contributing over the year.
Of course. I think there's folks that
sure.
I don't think we want to let anybody feel like you're
unlikely. Of course.
Empower everybody.
Yeah, sure. But I'm just saying that we will prioritize people who have been contributing the year. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So never mind then. I guess you're shit out of luck.
No. You're not. Just saying that we will prioritize people that have been contributing with their recognizing because it's just important, Yeah. That's how I think about it. Sorry. Yeah.
In any case, Catstanbul coming up 2025. Super goddamn excited. Great time.
Let's just do a quick summary of the thing. Sorry. Just quick run through. Okay. So Catstanbul 2025. Yeah. So Catstanbul 2025. Catstanbul 2025 It's the first ever Jupiverse conference, and it's for you, for great people to meet each other. There will be a major platform announcement. There will be a big burning cat ceremony, and we hope to make it big. We hope, right?
Again, not that big. It's not gonna be that big.
It's a small cat. But there'll be a cat.
There will be a cat.
That's
And 30% of the token supply will be burned.
Yeah, 30% will be burned. It's to kickstart the year, right? And then there'll be 200 subsidies for 500 selected participants, right? And TSMC, we'll try our best to make it happen. Yeah,
That's it.
that's it.
Folks, drop a little W in the chat if you think that lived up to my promise here of a very, very, very special announcement. I think this is good. You asked cat ceremony, says cat session. I think this is going to be an absolute banger. Please drop that W if you are excited and if you want to be joining all of us here in Catstanbul, January 25th and 26th. Probably might change a little bit as we just heard. Was this the best goddamn JUP rally in the history of JUP rallies?
In the history of rallies, bitch.
In the history of rallies, in general, in the history of rallies.
Name me a better rally.
God, we gotta do this stuff more often in person. Man. Whenever we do these in person,
name me a better rally, bro. We can't name one. Try it. Let's go. Challenge. Name a better rally.
All right, folks. Well, that is going to be about it for us. I just want to say thank you, everybody, for coming out. If you enjoyed this, please do go follow Jup_uplink over on Twitter to get the latest news, the latest content, all the clips out of this call in case you missed any pieces of it. Go to the Jupiter Exchange YouTube page and watch some of the longer form clips. Go into the backlog if you are at all curious about PPP, the transparency audit, the supply burn itself, Jupuary. All of those topics have been covered with some great content on previous calls. You can find that. And I will say, you don't have to go home, but you cannot stay here. Thank you all very much for coming out.
So I think in summary, we covered a lot of things today.
We did.
Right?
Wait, you want to go through all the slides?
No. Just go all the way back to the agendas. Just to round up everything. Yeah, if we can just go back all the way back. Yeah, I just want to do summary because it's I think that this one below. So in summary, right? I think we covered a lot of key ideas behind JUP. We covered the idea of JUP standing for growth, JUP standing for experiments, and JUP standing for be the change on the sea. Yeah. Right? I mean, they cover it. Yeah. And then we will cover the Jupiverse Ethos. And these are things that about how we think that the Jupiverse is the ethos are operating in Jupiverse, right? Around PPP, around C.A.T, right? And around around EOS, ecosystem of founders, right? Yeah. EOS, right? Let's do short form for now. EOS. EOS. Let's get EOS. Ecosystem of founders. Yes. And I really, really, really want to see all these people with founder energy and Catstanbul.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? Right. And then we also shared some thoughts on Jupiverse 2025. We really hope that we listen. We really show that through this vote, we show that we listen. Right? And we can't please everybody. There'll be a lot of technical difficulties, but we'll try our best to do a Jupiary that grows a pie, right? And that grows a pie and you and a community. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And lastly, I think we are going to do Catstanbul 2025, right? Whereby there'll be where it's for you. There'll be a major platform. There'll be major platform announcement along with a lot of other announcements, right? Where we lay out we also lay out 2025 with everybody. Yeah. Just what I'm saying. So it's not just a major announcement, but we also lay out 2025 with everybody, right? And obviously there'll be a burning cat, right? Yeah. Where the 30% will be burned.
People ask for one more. Yeah.
Yes. Boom. Meow.
And perhaps most importantly of all, we learned about the value of English. So there's one thing I can encourage all of you to do tonight is go home, study your English books.
English. English.
English is
go do some English. Yeah. All right, guys.
Go check out your English books. We'll talk to you very soon.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.